Welcome to another exciting episode of the Million Dollar Peddlers. I'm Paper Guy.
And I'm Mr. Magazine.
It's Saturday. It's BOLO Day. Be on the lookout. We tell you what sold, why it sold, a deep dive into it. And Mr. Magazine, you take it away. Looks like you had another incredible week.
I don't think so. Life with the Beatles, 1964, official WHK copy. It's probably a radio station. Trivia booklet. And I think I took $40 on this. Kind of neat.
That's very cool, though, having the WHK. I think one thing that I would have done is I probably would have researched WHK.
Okay, yeah.
And I would have seen what city it's from.
Right.
And then I would have said WHK Minneapolis or whatever it is, because people may not have known what WHK was.
Yeah, that's why that employee is no longer with us.
Just for that reason?
No,
all right.
For many reasons like that. All right, it's almost Christmas season, and finally sold a Victorian trade card with Santa on it. It's a die cut.
Oh, nice.
7 inches by 5 or 5 by 7, either which way you want to cut it. And I think I took 45 on this, and it's a pretty cool piece.
Can I see the back?
Sure.
All right. So it may not see the front again real quick?
Yeah.
So it may not actually be a trade card, more of a die cut.
Gotcha.
But you listed it as a trade card, which is fine, just because people know what that is.
Yeah, it came with that collection, so
we're
not experts. It is what it is. Next up, original vintage 1960s New York Yankees gold base bobblehead nodder. I took 50 on this. I had it up for 85 for a while. I'm thinking maybe the overall condition might have, taken long to sell. That's why I took the low offer on it.
Well, the fact he has no neck.
Exactly. Well, he was a bodybuilder.
Now, what... I know that doesn't have the box, but was that one of the ones that had I know some of them had very generic boxes?
Yeah, it probably did. Yeah, that's probably one like that, yeah.
And on something other like that with the generic box, what does the box add to it? A couple of bucks? Probably not a lot, right? If it's a generic box?
If it's a generic one, 10-20% maybe, but if it has any markings on it, could be more, who knows?
Right, but it probably is a generic. Maybe there's a sticker on it that says New York Yankees or something like that.
Exactly,
yep. Probably.
Next up, the Who Volkswagen T1 bus diecast.
Wow. I
don't know what Viking car is, and maybe that's the brand, and it went for $46. And let's see here. Does it say Viking on the bottom? I don't know. I should be a car expert, but never heard of Viking. I'm guessing that's the brand.
What?
Because, you're not going to say working car.
No, right.
Yeah.
What size is that?
And again, don't know. It looks like it's 1/64 scale.
That's what do you call it size, right?
No, nothing down there. Yeah.
And that's newer?
Yes.
$46.
Yeah.
Any idea what something like that would cost new?
Oh, $5 or $10 probably. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. But even if it's 10 years old, I'm sure they sold out quickly that year, whenever they come out. So
I think they used that. I think they used that bus on their last tour.
Oh, good for them. Next up, Ferrari 308 GTB Magnum PI.
Oh.
Matchbox Star Car Collection, 1/64 scale. This one for $25. Not bad. When you see these anytime, whether it's Knight Rider or Dukes of Hazzard, whatever it is, definitely scarf them.
Well, maybe
up.
not the Dukes of Hazzard.
Okay.
You might not be able to sell that on eBay.
You can, just don't say certain keywords.
Well, can you do it with the flag?
Yeah, you just don't mention it.
Well, what about the picture? The AI doesn't catch the picture?
I haven't heard of anything cracking down on it. It's been a long time. So.
Oh, okay.
But, people have been listening. We've sold them, so I don't know. But, yeah.
And how new is that?
It's probably 10, 15 years
old. Oh, okay.
Old,
So you're probably not going to see that out at the stores now, but you'll see it at a secondhand store.
They might do new series now, but that's an older one. Yeah.
Right. Wow. Alrighty. Did I show you this earlier, Mr. Magazine?
You did, yeah.
Well, have I showed this before on the show?
No.
Guess what I paid for it?
$2.
Hey, you're a pretty good guesser. Went for $20-some like that. And again, this is not paper, but it's oddball enough. See, because that's where the light switch goes. Do you get it?
I do get it, yeah.
Do you get it? It's funny.
Yeah, turn on your friends.
Well, hey now.
That's what it says.
Indeed it does. This was just oddball enough that when I was out there, I saw it and I invested $2 in it, and it turned out to be a pretty good investment because I bought it this year and it sold this year. Yeah. So kind of an oddball, interesting little thing over there. They also did, I forget the other sports. They did one or two other sports as well. So if you do see these out there.
That'd be a good test for first dates. If, your date comes in the house, flicks it on.
If she laughs.
If she immediately leaves, she's not a keeper. If she sticks with it and likes it, she's a keeper.
That's true. That's true. If she makes some comment a little later about how she wishes you were hung like that guy. Anywho.
Oh my goodness gracious.
We're a family channel. Calorie Counter and Control Guide. Joe Bonamo. Isn't he a weightlifter?
I thought he
Or
was
is
a
it-
gangster, but okay.
Oh, maybe. I don't know. 1956 Diet Nutrition, $24. I bring this up because I have sold booklets like this before over on Whatnot, and I have tried to sell, nobody buying them because nobody believed me that these things sell. So I like to bring things like this up there to tell you, when you go to my Whatnot auction and I tell you these type things sell, they do. But yeah, these are just, they're booklet size, pocket size kind of books, and you get $24 out of something like that.
Interesting.
Another thing we always mention it sells are the flag covers. Life Magazine, December 22nd, 1941, U.S. flag, Pearl Harbor, World War II, $64, Mr. Magazine.
Impressive.
I don't know if you've got that sitting around, but if you go out to somebody's place and they've got the Life magazines, they want a couple of bucks each, cherry pick this issue out of there. Always try to tell you the ones to cherry pick because you don't want to carry all of them home. You really don't.
I agree.
Up next, Boyask. Get it? It's supposed to be
yeah.
it's supposed to be burlesque,
That's
but
what
it's
it's boys.
Boyask
It's a drag show.
because it's a drag show.
Oh, okay.
And it's signed too, as you see right over there as well. I actually I could pick this up in Springfield, Ohio, as a matter of fact. $1 a piece the guy wanted for stuff, and I didn't know first thing about it. I just saw it was a signed program.
Sure you didn't.
Well, I mean, other than having, season tickets. Having noticed that it was signed, I said pretty much anything that's signed has to be worth $1.
Right.
Was kind of my way of looking at it. I came home and did hours and hours of research to find out that indeed this Kenny Kerr is actually very famous. And got $28 out of it, so you can't argue with that for $1.
Oh, really? There wasn't Joan Rivers' Alias back in the 80s?
Oh, actually, if you look in here, there are all kinds of people that...
Oh, Marilyn
Marilyn, yeah.
Marilyn Monroe.
Tina Turner.
Tony Turner. Yes.
See, so it's kind of an interesting... Was that Cher?
Well, that's really Cher. Can't tell the difference on that one.
But yeah, so it was an interesting program. Let's put it that way. Let's move on.
We're not nice.
Swiss Textiles number 3, 1942, fashion silk rayon fabric shirts embroideries. This actually sold to somebody overseas, so it's going back home. I think I got $50 out of it. I paid $1 or $2 at a flea market. These are the things, like I picked it up, I knew it was good, but what exactly do you use as keywords on something or other like this? Well, fashion, silk, rayon, fabric, shirts, embroideries. But I got $50 out of it. You're not going to find things like this that often, but when you do, remember fashion stuff always sells.
Luckily, you didn't have two of them, because if the person overseas had the combined shipping, we'd all be in trouble.
That is absolutely very true. Up next, American-German Review magazine, April 1899. Heinrich Conrad, Charles Sharon. I think I took a $32 offer on this over here. It's seen better days.
Yeah.
As you can see, of course, put the table of contents up as well. It's a very early issue. I believe it's issue number 2 on that over there. Which just goes to show, you get into some of this oddball stuff from the 1890s. There aren't a lot of these out there. Certainly are not. I priced it at $38 and again got 32 out of it. So very, very happy with an offer like that and something rather like this. You just got to find the right buyer. And I know good friend of the channel, Auction Professor, always says that as well with this kind of things that he sells, kind of things that we sell. You just got to wait for the right buyer.
Obviously, that buyer had no eyesight.
They didn't care about condition. Up next, Posadas series, Hallmark greeting card, Mary Blair,
Whoa.
Walt Disney Clothing Shop, Peru. I actually paid up on these. I don't remember anymore what I paid, $50 a card, something rather like
really?
that.
Wow.
Yeah. Yep.
So you knew they were good.
I knew they were good, yeah. I got 8 of them, I think. I paid $400 for the 8 of them.
Wow.
And,
what year are they from?
1940s, I believe.
Wow. Very cool.
But yeah, I took a $100 offer. The person bought 4 of them at $100 a piece. I think $125 on one and $75 on another. So give me $400 for 4 of them.
Now, are any Disney Hallmark cards from that era worth that kind of money, or this particular one?
This particular series with Mary Blair.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So do keep your eyes open for them out there, though. With an adorable scene as seen. See what I did there?
I wonder if Hallmark ever did Linda Blair cards.
They would
Exorcist.
be. Those would be awesome.
Yeah.
Up next, Jesse Jackson for President, 1984 brochure, Democratic Party. $28 I got out of this. You just absolutely never know. Political stuff doesn't tend to sell overly well, unless you get into the really old pins and all that stuff, which they've done so many repops on that we're not experts on, so we would tend to stay away from them.
Sure.
But something or other like this to go for $28, I was pleasantly surprised.
Yeah.
Listed it in 2022, so it took a year to sell, but quite happy with the sale like that. So hopefully that does help you a little bit. Sorry we veered a little bit off course from being a family show today, but we had fun doing it. Do hit the like button if you could, and we will see you next video.
Take care. Bye-bye. Thank you.
What are you doing?